Welcome to Roots and Remedies.
Welcome to Roots and Remedies. Hi, Jim. It's been forever.
Yes, it's exciting.
It's
You're in,
exciting.
you're in a new location.
Yes. So I think I just wanted to come on today with you. I know we've been talking about bringing the Roots and Remedies show back. But as you know, since February of this year, I acquired another business and it's
Tell us
been all
about
over social media. It's been over social media and everything. So the business is called Sunshine Discount Vitamins. Um, It is here in beautiful Naples, Florida. It has been an existing business for over 30 years. So it's a staple here
it. Yeah.
in Naples, Florida. And um, we're unique in so many ways because of what we bring to the table in regards to our expertise, knowledge, education, and of course, the supplements. So it was family owned then, and it is still family owned now. I do have the backing of my family in the industry or in the shop, because there's a lot for me to juggle. I mean, I still have Roots and Remedies, as you know, which I primarily do private consultations and classes and events through. That used to be a brick and mortar years ago.
Now you're back
Uh,
to brick and mortar.
it was a brick and mortar. Now I'm back at another brick and mortar. So I'm still doing Roots, but I'm also doing Sunshine. So we're in the brick and mortar here, Sunshine. And I kind of want to share with you and of course
What's the
the
address?
the viewers. Yes, the address is 2608 Tamiami Trail North, and we are in Naples, Florida 34103. And our telephone number is 239-436-6659. Our website is sunshine discount vitamins at gmail.com.
We're getting a nice tour of the operation there behind you.
Yes, actually, I'm going to turn it around in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm at the store. So, um, but honestly, what's exciting about this shop is so many things. I don't even know where to start. But just to reiterate,
Number one, your expertise.
yes, I was just going to reiterate that. Those of you who know me and my background and my expertise, but I come with a lot of experience throughout the supply chain and just in general. So I started out in the industry when I was 16, and I am 50 some years old. We'll just stop right there. And I started out at a health and nutrition store in Boynton Beach, Florida, at 16 years old. For those who know Boynton Beach, it was called Nutrition Cottage. So that was in Boynton Beach off of Federal Highway. That was my first experience in working in a health and nutrition shop. And then, of course, I ended up getting my administrator's license working for my parents' adult living congregated facility, which I ended up, working with the mentally handicapped and veterans and, geriatrics, forensics, pretty heavy then, running that facility. And I would go into, I think that's when I met you, actually. That was that. I was just thinking about it. I was like 18, 19 years old and acquired my administrator's license. So I would go into the facility and screen the patients for our facility. I would go into the hospitals and doctors' offices and 45th Street Mental Health Center.
Right.
It was a tough job. So I knew then that as much as I was doing good for our patients and the community, my heart was in natural medicine.
Yeah.
And so I grew up Ayurvedically. And I want to just kind of stress on that a little bit, because the word Ayurveda has been floating around a lot these days. And I don't think people really know what Ayurveda is and where it is derived from. So I grew up Ayurvedically, and I'm educated formally Ayurvedically. But Ayurveda, just to go back to that, means science of life. Ayurveda means science of life, and it originated in India over 5,000 years ago, using foods from the earth as medicine and a lot of modalities to help you stay balanced, mind, body, and soul. So people have heard of chakras and doshas. If you've taken a yoga class, if you've eaten turmeric or moringa or had a chai, that's all part of my culture and Ayurvedic medicine and lifestyle. So,
and you bring all of that to Sunshine Discount
yes,
Vitamins,
yes, we bring it all here to Sunshine. And exactly. And that's what's really exciting, because the previous owners, when they sold it to me, they really wanted me to own the shop because they knew that since COVID, the industry had taken a completely different direction, meaning fast forward, and everybody wanted to be in this industry. And so they knew that they needed somebody that's really connected in the industry to be able to run it. Now, that I was in the ingredient manufacturing world as well. Yeah. As a business development manager for one of the largest ingredient manufacturers. And subsequently, I worked for another ingredient manufacturer. I'm an herbalist. I've owned Roots and Remedies for about 20 years. Which was a brick and mortar store. I've done radio, which is Roots and Remedies, but we did have the Roots and Remedies weekend show in Georgia for about 3.5, 4 years, which was great. I've done iHeartRadio, demystifying a lot of information. I'm an educator, so I would go over to Sprouts. I would go over to Whole Foods. I would work with contract manufacturers. I've done a lot, and I can go on, and actually, a lot. So what's happening in our store is like right here. This is it is always full, this particular end cap, but this is Terry Naturally. And I love Terry. He knows I love him. What I love about Terry's products is because if you can see up there, it's award-winning products backed by science.
Yes.
And so his products are all they're clinically trialed. They're backed by science. So why do I want products like Terry or brands like Terry's and Vital Planet and Blue Bonnet and Himalaya and a lot of other product brands in my shop is because they're family owned, but they do their testing.
Right.
And that is so critical right now is people are so confused. They don't know where to acquire the products from.
The efficacy is so important of the product.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Product branding is a big marketing is a big business right now. Yeah. So what we're doing in the shop is converting every single brand, or we're converting the store to only brands that have good manufacturing practices. So I'll give you one for example. Let me see if I can get savvy with this. So for example, Blue Bonnet.
Right.
They have these certs, for example, they're GMP registered, they're USDA organic, they're non-GMO project verified, kosher. And what I love about this is they have an accredited testing laboratory ISO number. Yeah. Those things are really critical to know.
Definitely.
Because, oops, hold on. Let me try to get you back. I'm not so good at this.
Well, the public has so many choices. It's important to speak with someone like you to guide them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I appreciate you saying that, because it's not just about the labeling, which is part of marketing. It's about, do you have a certificate of analysis? And if you do, I need to have you provide that to me to show me that all your testing has been passed. So when I was at the top of the supply chain in the ingredient manufacturing, I'm very familiar with the processing, with the manufacturing and the lot numbers. And so those things need to be disclosed. If they are genuinely, a company that has integrity, then they have absolutely no problem sharing that information with you. But if they're a company that just wants to do advertising per se, and just about marketing, then they may have neglected that part. Where are your ingredients getting sourced from?
Right.
A lot of them have the companies or the brands that do not have the integrity are putting fillers and binders into their encapsulation. So, like, another thing is, and feel free to interrupt me anytime because you know how passionate I am about this.
We love your passion.
I love you too, Jim. Thank you for having me. My back always. So methylene blue, have you heard of that? Okay. So that is actually a synthetic dye. So they have been, I'm just giving you an example. Right. We don't sell that in our shop, and nothing synthetic here, but the way that they've been marketing it, it's like it's the cure-all for all, ailments. And so that's very misleading to the public. So that was just an example, in our shop, we're known as an educational hub. So every Wednesday, we have Wellness Wednesday, where I have a representative come in from a brand that we sell here in the shop or that we promote. They come in for a few hours and they are answering questions for customers, giving out, samples of the products, doing their part in supporting the brand and us. So that's on Wellness Wednesdays. We have Transformation Thursdays, because on Thursdays, I actually have a rep coming in. And Transformation Thursdays are a little bit more in depth with discussions with the rep, because we're in conjunction with each other, not just supporting Sunshine, but supporting Roots' consultations. So, I do private consultations here in the shop. I do about 6 a week, which is a lot. Yes. When you're still running a store and it's really busy. I do 6 consultations a week, and they sign up, and we take their intake form, and I do think a customer is coming in, so bear with us one moment. Hi, how are you doing today?
Fine, how are you?
Good. I'm actually recording a show, so but I'll have Kaylee come over. If you want to say hi, you're more than welcome to. Here's my good customer here in the background. Kaylee, got him? Okay. So, but yeah, so I do private consultations, and it's by appointment, and it is where I have an intake form that they need to fill out and blood work that they can provide if possible. If not, we do actually have life extensions in the store, and we work with them because they offer 250 biomarker testing. So we have a lot of opportunities for people to get their blood work tested. But I do those in the store, and that's about 6 a week by appointment. And so in conjunction with Transformative Thursday, the rep and I work together alongside a particular customer who needs a little bit more in-depth care, so that's on Transformative Thursday. Why am I having a tough time saying? So, and then on Saturdays, we do Sample Saturdays, where when you come into the store, we have a sample of a nice new product or a product that we like, customers to get familiar with. And that's on Saturdays. And then every 6 to 8 weeks, we have an educational event at the store where we actually have an educator come out and we have them talk, on a specific product like pain or inflammation or whatever it may be. So there's a lot going on with that. Yeah. And I teach too, here and there.
And then you also have consultations available on Roots and Remedies website.
I do. So for those of you who are not in the store or not local to Naples, I've been doing consultations for a while now, probably for about 15, 16 years through Roots, where you can actually go online and you can sign up that way. And I can do a consultation via Zoom. So it does work that way as well. So there's a lot of great opportunities. I'm going to flip you around again. Let's see. So
we see the store.
Yeah, here's a store. So, it's changing a lot because, like I said, there's some brands I'm no longer keeping in the store. This is the Fatigue to Fantastic, which is by Terry. It's amazing. Title Bomb, who's very well recognized and known, he and Terry have come up with this amazing, well, he actually started a long time ago, this formulation, but he, along with Terry, have this brand new amazing formulation
Just for
of,
energy.
it's for energy, which is great. It's actually a drink.
Yes.
It is a drink, and it has, as it says it right here, it has 30 vitamins and minerals, and it's amazing. And what I love about it, it has taurine, 500 milligrams of taurine, and it's just amazing with all the other ingredients in it. So without going too in depth, I love this one, and actually Kaylee loves it too. It comes with a bottle for the first time, and then we also do have, sorry, we have a lot of mail that goes out too. So it comes with a great book called Tired of Being Tired.
Oh, that's great.
And yeah, and there's Terry and there's Dr. Teitelbaum. So that is that. But we have a lot of very good books here.
I like that. Knowledge is the power to heal.
Yeah, sure. Knowledge is the power to heal, and it truly is. Absolutely. So we have some really great books here, and I love everything that Terry does. And then obviously over here we have more. We just have our Christmas tree. So that's that. And then this line right over here, it's a great line of In Essence. This is actually a women's owned. This is a little different than, vitamins and supplements, but this is actually a line that is women owned, plant-based, ethically sourced. It's an organic ingredients of skincare. And they're made in Southern Oregon. So she has all the amazing top lines of essential oils, baths, you name it. It's amazing. And then we have some tallow down there too, which is becoming pretty popular. Oh, remember Annie? Look, here's her salves.
Great. Terrific.
So Annie's been making salves for me for goodness a long, long time since Roots and Remedies. And it's just her famous salve that is so healing. It's amazing. I'm actually going to speak to her today.
Yeah, she was a guest on the show.
She was a guest on the show. Yeah.
Yes.
We have Host Defense, which has been around a long time. And like I said, look, they have these are mushrooms, all their certs. So we have a lot of that in here. And Barleans. Now I also have another mushroom line, which is really great. I love this. I drink this all the time. It's Malama mushrooms, and they're actually out of Hawaii.
Oh.
So the mushrooms are like from the volcanic region, and well, obviously it's Hawaii. So, but I mean, it's fair trade, again, organic, all natural. They do their due diligence, and I love it so much, Jim. I have my masala chai in the morning, my homemade masala chai, and I add the cacao mix of all the mushrooms in there and a little bit of honey, just because that's how I like it, and it just kickstarts my day. Yeah.
Sure. That's great.
Yeah. So we have, and then of course, Himalaya. This is an important line for me to just emphasize because see, Himalaya is from 1930. 1930, it's almost 100 years Ayurvedic company. So this is what's interesting is because they are family owned. They originate from India. They're Ayurvedic. So like, I bet you people are just blown away because see, like Arjuna, ashwagandha, bacopa, holy basil, bitter melon, all of these are from India.
Wow.
So that's why people are like, that's why I'm so passionate, because this is from my country. This is from my culture. Let me put it that way. My culture, rhodiola. I mean, all this stuff, these are mixes now. Trikatu, Shilajit, Shatavari is one of my favorites. This is for, I've talked about Shatavari on the show before, haven't I?
Yeah.
It's a female reproductive toner, so that's great. And then they also have, these are called jibbies. They're actually like tongue scrapers because we used to use them in India for a long time.
Ah,
So, and then just got some herbs over here and got a lot of great things. And this company is also very, very awesome. It's Oregon's Wild Harvest. I love them. Certified organic, family owned, non GMO. Love them. They're great. So they have, they're also from Oregon. And then remember, I talked to you about Terry.
yes.
So Terry puts out these, he's all about education, which is why I love Terry so much. And he knows how I feel about him. He's just amazing. So he puts these TTNs out, Terry Talks Nutrition. So on anything and everything, you're educated on.
Right.
So anytime you order, you order online or you come into the store or you call me or however you order a Terry product, you'll get a TTN for education. So it's just great.
Yes. It's
And
so
then they have
important, so important for the customers to be educated.
100%.
Yeah.
And this line is really great too. Vital Planet. She's amazing. Brenda Watson owns this company. She's been around a very long time. She's very educated in this industry, has a lot of credentials, and Ayurveda is all about the gut.
Yes.
So we focus on gut health. I mean, so there's just a lot going on in the store. We have a lot of new things coming and essential oils and you name it, toothpaste.
Exciting. Very exciting.
It's exciting. Yeah. So I've just been switching things around a lot.
That's why we say live your best life with Krupa.
Oh, thanks so much, Jim.
We
No,
want
so
everyone to know that Roots and Remedies is that website is a way for us who are not near Naples to be able to benefit from the products that you offer.
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I do the consultations very, very regularly now, which can be kind of challenging, but
Yes.
but it's necessary because I think people need it. People need to understand their chemical makeup, the health history, their constitutional makeup, because one size doesn't fit all.
Right.
And it's great. People can do the marketing, but they're doing an injustice for people when people, different individuals need a different course of action.
Yeah, no two people are the same. Sorry.
No two people are the same.
There's no cookie cutter, process to follow. You really have to be individualized with all your expertise.
100%. 100%. So, I mean, just coming on is really passionate for me to, I'm very passionate about this.
You can feel your passion, Krupa.
I know. Yes. Always passionate about this industry and this business. It's just really about setting it straight. We had such a morning rush today, so this is a perfect time for us to do this, towards late afternoon and do a show because, generally speaking, I can't be on the floor more than like 5 or 6 minutes before somebody pulls me and says, "Hey, can I grab you for a minute? Can you share with me what this does? Is this good for me?" You can go into a lot of places and they don't have someone in the vitamin supplement department to be, really be able to get down to the efficacy of the product, medicinally, what it actually does, if there's any contraindications, which, only someone that's educated in the industry or the field or has the credentials can talk about that. We're just different. And I say that because this is not new to me,
Right.
but it is new to so many people. And even though I've been in the industry for such a long time, it's moving at such a rapid pace that the norm seems to be other things that don't really pertain to the true meaning of natural medicine. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's just too much information floating out there that is not correct, and
Right.
everybody seems to be an expert, you know. So we're different because we have facts and science and
And your expertise.
license and license, you know, certifications, degrees, everything to back up what we are doing,
Right.
you know, here at Sunshine and on at Roots and Remedies. So just a lot going on.
Yeah, there's no cookie cutter plan that everybody can utilize. It really has to be geared to the individual.
Yeah, 100%. I think what's really disheartening is for me is that there's two factors here that really gets me, is that number one, the ingredient that people talk about, it's more like a fad rather
Right.
than people understanding that it's really medicine.
Right.
And then, so misinformation basically. And number two is the branding.
Yes.
And that's really what gets me too, is because if you get a brand that, I'll tell you right now, there's a few brands that are incredibly well known that are owned by conglomerates like
Right.
like Nestle,
Yes.
um,
And
Clorox.
just because a celebrity endorses a product doesn't mean that it's efficacy. The efficacy level is there, and that
Yep.
it's actually going to be effective for people.
110%.
Yes.
And I'm glad you said that. They're getting paid a lot of money,
Right.
you know, to be able to do that. And so there's these companies, these brands that have now, those brands that have been around 30, 40 years plus are selling to conglomerates, and those conglomerates are now putting more money into marketing rather than research and development, and they're cutting corners.
Yes.
They're cutting corners. Their sourcing is not as pure as they present.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And the average person doesn't know that.
the average person does not know that.
Right.
So I think what we really do here, and what our customers truly appreciate about what we do, is education, 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 education. And they can ask as many questions as they need to, and we will be patient enough to answer all the questions for them.
Right.
So here in the shop, I have Kaylee, who's my right hand. I'll have to see if she can come on. Kaylee's my right hand. She's amazing. I have Donna. Donna's wonderful. She's been here for about 5 years, so I acquired her. Patty's a staple. She's been in the shop for 11 years. She's just a straight shooter. Anna's amazing. She's actually a good friend of mine, but she's very knowledgeable. She lives very organically, and she helps me out when I need her. I'm here all the time. I live here. Jason has a rule, like when I get home, like no more work, you know, and it's true because I could continue doing that.
Sure. Sure.
And then I'm looking to hire somebody else. I think I shared that with you because we're very busy right now with orders and, you know, just consultations and just customers coming in the store. It's just been super busy, and January is going to even be busier because season is like in full bloom at that time.
January is the month where people want to get healthy. They join, fitness centers, and they're all geared toward health.
Yes, 100%. And that's where we're at.
They make the resolution.
We are also
New Year.
What was that, Jim?
New Year resolutions.
Everyone does this New Year. Every day is my. I live that every day. I try to live that every day. I mean, you just can't be in this industry and not live it, you know. But I do go through the challenges of every woman my age. I do, like with the menopause and just everything. I go through it all, and so I have the tools and I have the knowledge and I know how to fix myself. But it's also challenging for me to find that time, which is why I take breaks whenever I can. I try to live a very balanced life also, lifestyle. So it is challenging, but yeah, everyone has those New Year's resolutions, including myself. My
Well,
resolution is to work a little less.
and also we want to avoid medication, so it's always better to take the natural route rather than medication
100%.
side effects. And
100%, because the majority of pharmaceutical medications are derived from natural resources. So I don't know if a lot of people know that, but a lot of pharmaceutical meds are derived from natural resources. So that's something also for people to. The point here at our shop is we're educating people so they can be empowered and then eventually be their own advocate.
right,
So that's really what the take is from this shop. Besides offering amazing services and consultations, of course, the products themselves, but the takeaway from here is when they leave the shop, just to be a little bit more informed and more empowered so they can become their best advocate.
right.
I have another customer about to come into the store, so hang tight with me. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, I'll be right with you. I'm actually doing a show right now, so let me go ahead and tell Kaylee to come over. You want to wave to everybody? Hi. So I'll go back here so she can take care. But yeah, that's our focus is to do that. The other thing I wanted to mention, since we're doing the show, is that our website is kind of in the works to upgrade because it was really antiquated. It's kind of it's better since I bought the shop, but we need to update a lot of
access to it now?
No, you can definitely access, and order online. However, it is having new work. It's having work done.
That's good.
And it's like a facelift and updated products. See, all the products on the website do not reflect what we have in the store, and so some of the products that we have on the website we no longer will be carrying, just again because it's the efficacy of it doesn't meet our standards, so we will be removing those from the website. But that's it's still it's very exciting. It's very exciting, and
you help so many people, so God bless you for doing that.
Thank you. Well,
that's your motivation, is to help others.
Yeah, it is very much so. I think
with a healthy lifestyle.
Oh, thanks, Jim. I'm pretty transparent. The only thing I have to gain when I do these types of things, like these ads or the shows or the posts, what I have to gain is gratification from people that actually come to me and say, thank you for sharing that information and setting it straight. People who have knowledge, people who have expertise, people who have the passion, I feel should be out there helping people. That's what we do. Like another example is khichdi. What is khichdi? Khichdi has been like all over the place now. You can find it in Trader Joe's. Khichdi is split lentils, mung beans, and basmati rice together with some, spices and such, peppercorns and everything. And I bring that up is because I grew up with khichdi. Khichdi is from India. Khichdi is known as a cleanse. It's known as a cleanse. And now it's out there, like in Trader Joe's. Yasmin said to me the other day, she goes, Mom, do you know they're selling khichdi in Trader Joe's? I mean, it just blows my mind because when I came to this country from England when I was 8, in the 70s, like no one understood my culture. Nobody understood what we were making at home, and except for a few of good friends of mine, but like Sean Hillary, for example, he used to come to my house all the time, my brother's best friend, and eat all the Indian food my mom used to make. but But yeah, I mean, like a lot of people didn't understand that, like ghee is clarified butter. That comes from India too. So
Mhm.
there's just so much that comes from India, and I grew up with it all. And I just
That's,
feel like it's so mainstream now. And, um, but it's,
but
but
people
it's,
need direction. So thank you for directing.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 You love Indian food too, don't you?
Yes. Yes.
We need to go out and have Indian food again sometime soon.
We will.
Yes. Last thing, the fennel seeds that
Yes.
they put in the Indian restaurant? Do you know what they're for?
No.
Okay. You're like, no. So the reason, because Ayurvedic medicine, where how we heal is through the gut, right? Gut care is the number one place that Ayurvedic medicine goes to heal. And now, of course, in our country, here in the US, we understand that better. But fennel is it's a digestive aid. So if we're talking about the doshas, which are kapha, pitta, vata, it is a cooling herb. It is a cooling herb. So what it does when you eat fennel, it actually aids in digestion and it cools the digestion. The agni, which is fire, it cools it, and the palate, it cleanses the palate.
Uh,
So it's a digestive aid. We're all about digestive aids. So once you're done eating dinner, it's kind of like an enzyme.
yes. Wonderful.
Yeah. So lots of good stuff, but we
Thank
should
you.
do
Thank
this
you.
more
Thank you for
often.
advising us. Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you too, Jim. I really appreciate it. So you like the store? So much happening.
Good. I do. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm happy that
Thank
you
you
are
for
such
sharing
a
all
huge
your
supporter.
knowledge. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with all of us and
Oh,
your passion.
thank you, Jim. I love you. Miss you,
Love you.
my friend. So we'll definitely do another show soon. Thanks for being my partner in crime.
Thank you to all the viewers. We appreciate all our viewers.
100%. Thank you everybody for being patient and understanding to all my posts, but I also appreciate everybody that appreciates me doing that.
Yes.
And thank you for all of you trusting Roots and Remedies for all these years, and of course, Sunshine and my team and my family.
And I
So
repeat, live your best life with Krupa.
thanks, Jim.
Have
All
a
right.
great day, everyone.
Everybody have a great day. Talk soon. Bye.
Yes. Bye.